What's going on, y'all? It's JD Pickell. Today on the Hard Count, Spencer Rattler saw game action this last Saturday against Baylor. Is his fate all but sealed at Oklahoma? We will discuss. Welcome into CFB with JD, the People's Channel on YouTube. Subscribe because we do a video nearly every single day. I sit in the chair, y'all decide what we talk about. Armstrong Sims and Jack McKenzie make the magic happen. People's Choice Game of the Week. It's on my Twitter feed. Want you to vote on it and tell us what games you want to break down. We'll break that down and get that out to you on Thursday at JD Pickell on Twitter. Again, subscribe. A video every single day. Nearly every single day. Spencer Rattler played against Baylor this past Saturday for Oklahoma. He came in. His team was down 7-10. Offense looked stagnant. Nothing was really shaking for you. There was chants of "We want Spencer." Now, whether those chants came from the Baylor line student section or whether it was from the Oklahoma faithful remains to be determined, if we can say that. But also, the Oklahoma section stood up and gave a standing ovation when Spencer Rattler entered the game. Keep in mind, this was the same quarterback that just a few weeks ago, his own student section at home was chanting, "We want Caleb." Okay, I'm 25 years old. I'm a grown man. That would still hurt my feelings, much less a college student having to hear that with the weight of the world on his shoulders. So let's just start there. Spencer Rattler has been one of the most curious cases in all of college football. I would say all of college football history, not just this season for sure, but all of college football history. When was the last time we saw a Heisman favorite get benched for a true freshman quarterback? And he was a five-star. Spencer Rattler wasn't like this walk-on that came in and earned his spot. He was a five-star, highly touted recruit, was all that in a bag of chips, won the Cotton Bowl for Oklahoma the year before, now finds himself on the bench backing up a 19-year-old true freshman. I don't think that's ever happened in the history of the sport. If it is, reach out to me and let me know on Twitter, at JD Pickell. But again, like I said, he checked in, had a chance, in my mind, to earn his spot back. Just play this out with me for a second. Caleb Williams gets benched. I know his hand was hurt, but let's just call it what it is. He was benched because he came back in the game later. Spencer Rattler comes in as 4 for 6, 3 drives, no points, sacked 3 times. Pretty forgettable. The offense looks about the same, except you don't have the athletic ability of Caleb Williams. But let's just say Spencer Rattler lights it up. Let's say the offense catches fire like they did when Caleb Williams came in against Texas for Spencer Rattler. Let's say Spencer Rattler kind of does the reverse on Caleb Williams, and they win the game against Baylor. He saves the day. He's the hero. He wins his job back. He's the starting quarterback for Oklahoma again. They got Iowa State coming to Norman next week. They win that game. You go to Bedlam. Oklahoma State's off kilter. They've been preparing for Caleb Williams. Spencer Rattler wins that game. They go undefeated, win the Big 12, are playing for the college football playoff. That was all right in front of Spencer Rattler, and I firmly believe that. I firmly believe if they had gotten points in even one of those drives, he might have played the rest of that game. And the unfortunate reality in my mind is that Spencer Rattler sealed his fate with Oklahoma in that game. Now, a comp for this quarterback saga is twofold. I think you could go Clemson with Kelly Bryant and Trevor Lawrence, how Trevor Lawrence kind of came in and just was the better option for Clemson, quite frankly, because of what he did throwing the football. But in this scenario, I think about Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa. Everybody remembers Jalen Hurts got outplayed in the national title game and then ended up not being named the starter the next year for Alabama. And then in the championship game, Tua Tagovailoa, I say SEC championship game, Tua Tagovailoa goes down, Jalen Hurts comes in, saves the day. This is similar but different because this was not the final game of the season. There's still a lot of football left to be played for Oklahoma. There's still a lot of things that Oklahoma can achieve and probably could be in better position to achieve if they had won this game. But this wasn't going to be the conference championship game for Oklahoma, obviously. And so it's different in the sense that Jalen Hurts played that one game and then, okay, hey, thanks, Jalen. We appreciate you. You did a great thing for us in the conference title game because our quarterback was hurt. Caleb Williams was benched. They were not happy with how this offense looked under Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams was told by Lincoln Riley to take a seat. Spencer, you're in. It's your show. See what you can do. And for him to not be able to deliver in that capacity, I think it, like I said, all but seals his fate at Oklahoma. Truthfully, I don't know that Oklahoma has a different record going into that game if you switch Spencer Rattler. I think they probably beat Kansas. I don't know if they beat TCU by as much, but feel pretty confident they could have beaten TCU. It's unfortunate. Is it fair? I don't know. But Caleb Williams is your best option at quarterback for Oklahoma. And what we saw from Spencer Rattler and those 3 drives of action in Waco legitimately seals that. It puts the seal of approval for everybody that watched that game on Lincoln Riley's decision to go with Caleb Williams the rest of the way. And so your heart hurts for Spencer Rattler because he's still a college student. And like I said, had the weight of the world on his shoulders in the preseason. We were basically giving him the Heisman before the year even started. We had penciled in Oklahoma for a college football playoff run. A lot of people had him penciled in for a national championship. But such is life, such is the case for Spencer Rattler. We're going to look to where he goes in the transfer portal because I think that's probably the next step for him, if not the NFL. And his family said, we're going to decide everything after the season. But credit Spencer Rattler for not jumping ship. I know there's a lot of things said about his character, and I'm not really here to talk about that. But credit Spencer Rattler for not jumping ship when I think a lot of other people would have. This is not a knock on Charlie Brewer because he had his own reasons why he left Utah, but Charlie Brewer was benched, not made the starting quarterback. And then he said, all right, well, I'm going back to Austin. I still have some eligibility. I'm going back to Austin and figure the thing out, which is fair. It's every situation is its own. I'm not knocking Charlie Brewer. But look at Spencer Rattler, a guy who was told by everybody and their mother, you're the best quarterback in the country. You're going to be the number 1 draft pick. Just play this season out, collect some hardware. It would have been the easiest thing in the world for him to say, forget this, man. I'm out. Peace. I'm done. Kidding me? Play backup? I'm not backing up this 19-year-old. I'm a 5-star. Could start at 80% of the schools in the country right now. A lot of Power 5 programs probably want me on their team. Decides to stay with Oklahoma. That, to me, speaks volumes about Spencer Rattler. Now, whether he's doing it begrudgingly or if he's doing it with his own purpose in mind, doesn't matter. He's still on the team. Could have jumped ship. It would have been the easiest thing in the world. And I think a lot of us probably wouldn't have blamed him. A lot of us would have said, yeah, that makes sense. Do you. Do what's best for your career. So what's next for him? Again, I think it's the transfer portal. But I think he should be commended for the fact that he is sticking it out at OU. Now, the storyline could change by the time this video comes out. Maybe he's in the portal when you're seeing this, but all things considered, Spencer Rattler's fate is sealed at Oklahoma. That's it for us here at the Hard Count. CFP with JD will come out tomorrow after the rankings get released tonight. We'll give you our own rankings. Again, subscribe, a video nearly every single day. Follow me on Twitter at JD Piquel. The party will continue to roll on as it always does with your help. We will see y'all next time.